Waves girls. You guys are just crazy. I'm trying to see you all in these lights. Like, you guys are just nuts. You guys just worship God like you believe he's real or something. I'm going to try it again. You guys just love to worship God like you believe he's real. There we go. Okay. Y'all had caffeine or something, right? Okay. Hey, it is such an honor to be here, and it is amazing to me that this conference exists where girls can come in a cool, fun, and environment and just encounter God. How many of you are so thankful that you found out about this conference? Let me hear you. This is just so awesome, and I think we should just totally give it up for your hosts right now. Can we just give them a huge round of applause? Come on. You ladies are my kind of people. You're nuts. You do nutty things. Who does this? Only you two. And then we all get to reap the benefits. And so we're so thrilled. So I thought we could start off, since we're just kind of meeting, you know. Who likes free stuff? Anybody like free? Okay, good. I might need a little help with this. I love getting free stuff. I love to give away free stuff. So I thought I would just start out giving a bunch of free stuff away. Miss Caroline mentioned I've got a brand new book out about how to find out what you're called to do. Anybody need a book on this? Anybody out there? Okay, can I get a volunteer to maybe run something and just pick any volunteers that could run this to a person? I see that hand. Hey, thank you, sir. I feel like over here, they're uber excited about it. If you could pick somebody. Oh, you want me to pick? The girl just did the crazy dance with the cool black sweatshirt. That was a crazy dance. And you should get a book for that. Okay, this is the first book I wrote. It's called Your Defining Moment When Time and Destiny Meet. Okay, this girl in the middle that was like, oh, you made that awesome face. That is so yours. That was a legit, I'm excited face. Rock on. Okay, and then we've got a 21-day devotional that came right on my own devotional life. I've never seen so many quiet, excited people in my entire... Thank you. Girls scream. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Okay, this girl up front in the dark blue, yes, she's so cute. You are so cute. Yeah, it was like somebody muted you guys or something. It was bizarre. Okay, this is a 2 CD disc series called Courage Under Fire, Grace Under Pressure. Okay, the chick that is standing on what? I don't know back there with the white shirt. That's called Another Level. So, yes. Okay, now this is cool. So this is the devotional, but it's the digital version. So you can have it on your phone. Okay, this girl back here, she's got a pink shirt on and something is lit up in your hand. What is that? Are those like glow sticks? You guys got glow sticks? What kind of conference gives out glow sticks? This is amazing. Okay, that's all that I have for free, but there is a card back there on the table you can all grab for free, and this has got like my Instagram on there and Facebook and stuff, so grab one of those, and we are going to post at midnight tonight something special for the Waves Girls Conference that you're all going to want on my Instagram at midnight. So my name is super hard to spell. It's like triangle, but it's not. So if you call me Triangle, I'm totally not going to answer. So it's Jen Tringale. So find me on there and you'll find that. Okay, you guys having fun so far? It was like a Justin Bieber screaming. Yeah. It's so loud. You guys are awesome. Okay, who brought their Bibles tonight? I want you to open your Bibles to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1. And we are going to start there. how many of you girls that are here tonight have been serving God, going to church for like the last 6 months of your life? Let me see your hands. Okay. How many of you girls are like, I've been dragged to church, going to church as long as I can remember? Let me see. Rock on, church girls. Okay. I love all y'all's, but I was one of those dragged to church / going to church kids. And I grew up in church. I am from northern Kentucky. We grew up in Kentucky, but we grew up in the part of Kentucky where we wore shoes. So don't even hold that against me. But my dad was from New York, and my dad is like a legit Italian New Yorker. So everybody in our neighborhood didn't really see a lot of Italian New Yorkers. And so they all were convinced that we were in the mafia, which you would think, would kind of work against you. But I don't know. Somehow the kids thought we were cooler because our dad was in the mafia. And we spent all of our time telling our friends, like, guys, our dad is not in the mafia. We are normal people. We go to church on Sundays, okay? And just about the time we would convince them that we were not in the mafia, we would like invite our friends over to our house. And it didn't really help because my dad kind of looks like he's in the mafia. Like, he wears the transition lenses. He wore like, the white t-shirt with the gold chain. And then he would come over and we would be like, Dad, this is my friend Kim or whatever. And our dad would always be like, you hungry? I'll make you something to eat. Anybody mess with you? You tell me. And our friends would be like, you're totally in the mafia. So none of this really helped, but we were like, it was always us and the pastor's kids were the last kids to leave church. And so this was the environment that little Jen grew up in. And so I can remember hitting what we would call a breaking point. Everybody say breaking point. Tonight we're talking about breaking points. And I hit my first breaking point, I'm going to say somewhere between like 10, 11, 12 years old. And this was my breaking point. Maybe some of you can relate to this. My breaking point was, do I really believe this? Is this legit? Family believes. Do I really believe this? Is this legit? Is this real? Or is this just what my family believes? And everybody's first breaking point is the most critical. I want you to turn to the girl next to you and say, this is the big one. Yeah, this is the big one. Why is this the big one? It's the big one because the rest of your life is determined by what you believe about this. Okay? There's a lot of people in the world that believe a lot of different things, don't they? Some people believe in God. Some people don't even believe there is a God. Some people believe in God, but they call him by another name. It's not the God of the Bible. It's not Jesus. They call him by something else. But everybody's got this form of some kind of belief, or their belief is, I don't believe anything at all. And this breaking point, it was so critical for me because I knew all the stories in the Bible that were told about God. I knew about David and Goliath, okay? By 10, I could preach David and Goliath better than all the preachers that preach David and Goliath, okay? Like, I knew the story of how Jesus was born, how an angel visited Mary. I knew this. You know why? I was Mary in the Christmas drama at church. That's how I knew, okay? I had the Cabbage Patch doll wrapped in swaddling clothes. I know you don't know what a Cabbage Patch doll is, but you do? Oh, and they had the cute cheeks and the curly hair. They were so cute. Man, where is my Cabbage Patch doll? I'm like just now thinking, what did my mom do with my Cabbage Patch doll? Can I just text my mom? No, I'm just kidding. I'll wait till after. So like I knew all these stories, but here I am, you guys. I'm at this first breaking point, and my breaking point is everything I've been told my whole life for real? Or is this just what has been told to me? Here's what I learned about breaking points that night. You know who is the least concerned over your breaking points? God. You know why he's not concerned? Because he can handle it. Let me say this to you tonight. Jesus doesn't require being hyped. He's enough all by himself. Jesus doesn't need to be dressed up, to be hyped up, to be made more than he doesn't require any of it because he is enough. He can prove himself all by himself. And I'll tell you what's scary. What's scary is not hitting that first breaking point. What's scary is never hitting that breaking point at all. Because if you don't hit this first breaking point, that tells me that you're just going along with what has always been told to you by somebody else. This first breaking point was critical for me. So not only was I the church kid in our neighborhood, your parents. Now, I know some of you are like, obviously they skipped biology in Jen's homeschooling, because actually, Jen, we kind of did. But hear me out tonight. You didn't come from your parents. Now think about what we just read in this book. He said, I knew you. When did he know you? Before you were even in your mother's womb. You didn't come from your parents. You merely came through your parents. But you came from an idea in the mind of God that said, we are going to need her in 2018 at this particular time. And so we're going to create her. We're going to put these gifts, these talents, these abilities in her. We're going to create and craft this plan for her life, this destiny, this calling. And then we're going to connect her with godly leaders to help develop the gift and the destiny on the inside of her so that she is ready to hit every moment of destiny that we have architected for her life. You need to know tonight, you didn't come from your parents. You merely came through your parents. But you came from an aha moment in the mind of God that said, you know what? We need her. We already have a Jen. We already have a Caroline. But this one is going to be different, and we need her. And so I'm going to create her to fit this piece of my plan. Let me just let you in on a little secret. And maybe we could call this breaking point number 2. You are not up for definition. You have already been defined. Listen, there's only one person that gets to define a piece of art, and that's the artist. I can look at a piece of art and say, you know what I see in that? I see this. You know what I see in that? I see this. There's a higher level that's beyond what can I do, what can't I do? What should I do, what shouldn't I do? There's a higher level. And I'll be honest with you girls tonight, I spent a good part of the afternoon praying for the ones that were going to be in this room tonight. And the Lord started talking to my heart about you. And what I began to perceive in my heart as I was praying for you, even though I don't know your names, I don't pretend to know your life, I know this. The majority of you that are here tonight are called as leaders. And leaders are different. Leaders train at a higher level than the rest because usually leaders have to go first. There's a higher level beyond what can I do, what can I do? Beyond what should I do, what shouldn't I do? The higher level is a question that leaders ask themselves, and it's this. What am I made to do? I want to live for a purpose greater than myself. God, what were you seeing in your mind's eye when you got the idea of me? What am I made to do? You could spend your life trying to maneuver, dodge, justify, find a way to work through all the can I, can't I, shouldn't I. But if I'm here to do anything tonight, it is to challenge you to go high. And when you go high, you're asking yourself, what am I made for? I want to tell you a story that really goes with this. I have just always loved artwork. I love art. Now, the crazy, ironic thing about that is I am a terrible artist. Most people, forget about drawing, painting. My handwriting is so bad that when I sign my name, most people don't know it's my name, okay? Like, it's really, really bad, which I shouldn't say that because now you guys know that I'm homeschooled. It's a terrible reflection on my precious mother. So, but she's not here tonight, so I can just tell it like it is at the Waves conference, right? You guys won't tell her, right? Okay, if she finds out, I'm going to come looking for you. Okay. So remember, my dad may or may not be in the mafia. I'm kidding. Totally not in the mafia. Totally not. So anyway, so it's crazy, terrible handwriting. Stick figures at best, but I love art. And any time that I am on the road, if I have some downtime, I love getting to go to like art museums. And I love modern art, old art. I just love looking at it. So I came across this story about this particular piece of art that really grabbed my attention. So I want to share it with you. So there was this older couple that lived in New Jersey, and they were very old in age, and this precious couple, the husband passed away, and then not too long after that, the wife passed away. And so all their kids lived out of state. And so what they did was they were going to have to sell their parents' house. So they hired an auction company to go to their parents' house, assess all their valuables, and then hold an auction to sell the contents so that they could then sell the house. So this auction company goes to this house in New Jersey, and they go through every floor. And it had a main floor, a bottom floor they'd finished out, a top floor. And so they go through every floor of this house. They assess everything that looks like it's valuable that they can sell. So this gentleman is down on the lower floor, what would be considered like the basement floor. And so they're getting everything of value. And there was a lot of artwork in the house, but there was this one little piece of artwork. And so he looked at it and he thought, it's just a tiny little piece of art, but that frame actually looks really expensive. And so I think we could get a lot of money, even though it's a little piece of art. So they put it in the auction, and they tried to sell this little piece of art because of this uber nice frame for $500. Must have been some kind of frame. So the auction ends, and nobody buys this little piece of art with what they think is this really cool frame. Nobody buys it. So all the stuff that didn't sell in the auction, what this auction company does is they just throw it all online so that people around the country, around the world that own like thrift stores and stuff can pick it up and sell it. So they throw it all on there, and this lower level little piece of art goes on the online auction. Well, in a few days, they get an offer from this man who is a Paris art dealer. And this man who is a Paris art dealer happened across this auction, and when he read the description, his heart dropped because he was pretty sure that it was a long missing Rembrandt painting. And so he asked the auction company to send him a picture of this basement art. And when he saw the picture, he realized that it was a missing piece of art from this